Well, what's up, YTPC? Uncle Willie coming to you from the coop from the south side. Hope all is well. Friday Eve. Temperature in the car, or the thermometer, whatever, said it was 66, 68. I don't feel it's that cool, but it's very nice, and the breeze is blowing just a little bit, almost enough that I can't use this later. Oh, what happened to my Zippo, you ask? I'll show you that in a moment. First of all, I appreciate the concerns, the thoughts, the good vibes, everything concerning the mobile lounge. People offering up all kinds of suggestions. Well, here's my scenario. Here's what I have to do. You might have a different story, that you could do something different, but this is what I have to do. I don't have a garage. I don't have mechanic tools. All the tools I have are hand tools, which will do some minor repairs on a vehicle. We took the car, or the battery, had it tested, and of course where we took it, they had a little Mickey Mouse battery charger or tester. Then I went and put the battery back in the car. Well, the items found after the battery was still draining the battery from the time I put the battery back in the car on Sunday until I come to pick it up on Monday to have it towed to the dealer. So between the clock spring and the wiper switch, washer wiper switch motor, it killed the battery and killed the battery. Point blank, killed the battery. Dead cells, battery's no good no more. So at that point, that's all we thought that the problem was, because we didn't know why it was killed. So we found out after he put a new battery in it, that's when he was able to, the wiper motor kept going and pumping out in the back, and it brought up another code, and it showed that that switch had gone bad and my clock spring gone bad. Why or how they all went bad at the same time, I don't know. But the clock spring is in the steering column, and it operates your throttle motor, performance, your airbags, all kind of other things that it actually operates. The clock spring does not work on your clock because your clock is digital, not analog, so you're not winding up a spring to make it work. So the wife and I are wondering, and I'm going to question the guy about the clock spring. Could it be a damage that is slowly going bad? Could it be a result from the accident that I had last year? You never know. So I appreciate all of the concerns and people telling me, well, I would have put a battery in it. Well, if I had to put the battery in it on Sunday, if it had tested a bad battery and I put a new battery in it, it would have killed it overnight by the pump going off and the clock spring draining and everything. So all your armchair quarterback ideas, I appreciate them, but I can't do what you can do. I have to do what I have to do. So, you know, if ands and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. So I'm at their mercy. I have to have the work done to my vehicle to get the car back. And if they come up with another item that's messed up, I have to have it done. I can't pull a clock spring out or put a motor switch in for the wiper. I can't take the steering column out and all. I don't have those tools or the technology to do all that crap. I know years ago you had a big nut that was like 7/8 that held the steering wheel in place. You take that off and the steering wheel comes off. But there was nothing in the steering column unless you had an old car that had a 3 on the tree, the gear shift, where you had a manual 3-speed on the steering column. So that's where I'm at, guys. Like I say, I appreciate all the concerns, but I have to take care of it the way I have to take care of it. I can't do the work myself. So no need to keep dwelling on that. I will keep you informed when I get the vehicle back. The mobile lounge is back in mobile status. At the moment, I'm driving my wife's car, and I went, on top of all this, I went to the post office today and mailed out a package to a lucky or unlucky person. I don't know how they're gonna feel when they get it, but I'm thinking they're some lucky guy is gonna be getting a package, they say, on Monday. So now, moving on to positive things. Tomorrow's Friday, so that means, you know, the week's almost gone. The weekend's knocking on the door. I am smoking my, what do I call this? A flaming Volcano. And in it is some triple rubbed out Dark Flake Unscented by Galworth Hogarth Company Limited LLC. I chose to rub it out instead of using my grinder, because if you triple rub it out, it gets fluffy. With the grinder, it's just a different consistency from grinding it and rubbing it out. Both are very well, both work very well, and it burns very well if you don't keep jabbering while you're, you know, trying to smoke. So I want to show you a couple things. I got some new lighters, some new Zippos. I do. I'm going to show them to you. Here is the Armor one that I had talked about. Very nice. Antique silver finish to it. Then I got 3 other new ones. Sasquatch Crossing. So if you were to see a Sasquatch sign on the side of the road showing you the Sasquatch Crossing, wouldn't you be intrigued a little bit and maybe slow down or stop or hide or whatever to see if there actually is a Sasquatch crossing? Well, if you were in a crowd of people that were Sasquatch waiting for them to cross the road, You probably come across this guy wearing a Bigfoot hat. So then you're like, well, where is he? And this guy's just like, can't talk. But the reason you don't see no Sasquatch crossing, you don't leave footprints when you got a little personal helicopter. Just my thoughts. So I ordered the case like I told y'all, and here it is. See that? That is the oldest lighter. I don't know where I got that from. These are 2 pipe lighters, obviously. This was my martini one that I showed you before. These are creatures, mythical and not. Got a scorpion. Sasquatch is back there behind that mountain. And then of course the Second Amendment and the flags. It has a glass top that slides down through there, and it was a big glare when I put it on earlier and held it up to the camera to see about, showing y'all this. So I took it out. It's laying on the cushion over there. I'm gonna put it back in as soon as I'm done with this video. And I like the way that it just slides up and down, so you can get out in any Zippo that you want and put the other one back in while you're rotating whatever you're using for the day or the week or the month or whatever. Because I'm gonna go back to using Zippos. I was just using this one so I can show y'all the whole showcase. That was a 25 count. And that's all I'm gonna get. After I fill that up, I'll collect something different. So anyway, guys, I didn't mean to sound like no butthead or asshole or nothing like that at the beginning of the video. But we all have different things and we all work different ways. So we all have to do what we have to do. And just keep in stride and, instead of saying this is what I would have done or this is what I do, encourage the person of the choice they made and what they're going. Even if you know it's a bad idea, it's their choice. Let them do what they need to do. We're one community. If somebody is doing something that's life-threatening and it's really bad idea what they're doing, then speak up. But if it's just some money or some items of material items, it is what it is. Some of you guys spend $300, $400, $500 on a pipe. I wouldn't. But I ain't gonna tell you, man, I wouldn't buy that for $500. Buy it. If that's what's in your budget and that's what you want to do, you want to get a $500 pipe, get it. I encourage you. If you can't afford it, then I encourage you to get a Savinelli for $100 or whatever in your price range. I'm just hoping they don't come up with any other items that's gone bad in the vehicle and they're going to say, oh yeah, now you need this or you need that or whatever. So I'm just keeping fingers crossed. I'm not giving you the bird. I'm getting fingers crossed. My hands don't work like they used to after all the surgeries I've had. So It is what it is, brother and sister. I keep on forgetting that I do have a piping couple. Now, I want to give thanks. I looked yesterday and I had a new name pop up. And I looked through there today and I couldn't find it. So if I don't call you out by name like I did with the other guys, please don't feel offended, because I thank you the same as I do the other people that their names show up. It's a YouTube thing. And I just found this earlier, the CPYT, Canadian Pipers of the YouTube. Canadian Pipers of YouTube. If you're a Canadian piper, check it out. I mean, they're open for anybody that wants to join in, of course, but it's a thing for the Canadian guys that they have a little something for them to try, maybe to trade tobaccos back and forth and whatnot, trying to keep them from getting into a big duty cost of trying to get something from the States or from other countries to be shipped into Canada. Because the duty and stuff to ship into Canada, if you fill out the form correctly, it's expensive. So I wish them guys lots of luck. I think they're just getting their CPYT going. I think Sean, the devious piper, he is the mastermind behind this. So go in and check him out. Find out what you can do. If you're a Canadian, find out what you can do to maybe get on board with y'all guys and do some trading, pipes, tobacco, whatever. You might even be able to form a little club where y'all can make a meetup or something. So it's always positive stuff in the pipe community. So I'm gonna jump. And remember, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And with that being said, until next time, you know what to do. Stuff them and puff them.